Be honest, I have to be honest, because I promise I'll be honest.
He used to be so racist, but he was black himself. I don't understand that.
But yeah, that's how I got into 3 medical schools out of 4.
I'm gonna be so rude, but it's cool.
Scriptures regarding anger. Hi everyone, welcome to Natasha's Narrative. If you've been here before, welcome back. Yeah, like, I've apologised, I have to apologise again for just the lack of consistency, but like I said, as I get into August period, I will be a lot more consistent. I'm even in my sauna room. I'm literally sweating so much, guys. Like, I'm sure you can see my face is really shiny. I'm sweating so much, but because I'm dedicated to the craft, I'm dedicated to the content bringing, I'm like, it's fine. It is what it is. So today, I thought I would do a bit of a go back into the future. I don't, clearly confusion, clearly delirious from the heat. Go back into the past to talk about my experience in secondary school, but more so kind of talking about it through looking at my yearbook, looking at my shirts. I think sometimes going to a Caucasian school, for not everyone, but it can lead to you like missing a lot of microaggressions, you having kind of a warped understanding of terms that people use to speak about you. Or in my case, it wasn't really a warped understanding as much. It was more a case of I knew that people were saying crazy things, but I just kind of didn't say anything back, really. Like, I'll get into kind of more of a story time about some things that was said and how I dealt with it, and I just dealt with it in that way because I was like, well, what is this school really gonna do? Obviously I grew up in the kind of I was in secondary school in the late 2000s to early to mid 2010s. So I call it the Katy Perry era or the Taylor Swift era, because that's how girls wanted to look like. Those were the girls that were popping in terms of their appearance. So there was a lot of kind of gravitation towards girls like that, and obviously not girls like me. I'm not saying that people didn't like me because or find me attractive because I was black necessarily, but I think that the media obviously dictates what is beautiful, and I'm not going to say that it didn't have an effect. But anyway, that's not what I'm really talking about today. Like I said, I'm going to be going through my yearbook, reading comments. I haven't really gone through this stuff in a long time, so we'll just kind of see what happens. So I have my yearbook here. I would show you guys my yearbook, but I would have to literally blur out everyone's faces because it has pictures of everyone on the front, so I'm not going to do that. However, I will show you my yearbook photo. So our head teacher kind of started off by saying that we've grown into mature, hardworking and ambitious young people that set a tone for younger years. But I feel like this was a high-key over-exaggeration because they used to always be whinging that the way that we behave is unacceptable, blah blah blah. When I say we, I mean them, because I actually only ever got detention twice. Sorry, I just saw my prom photos and I gagged a bit. I only ever this is horrible. I only ever got detention twice, I think, and that was because, like, forgetting my homework, because I was to be honest, I am still quite forgetful, but I was a lot worse. So I found my form. I don't know why I said I would show this picture. First of all, I think the person who took this picture clearly hated me, because I'm seeing how some of her friends are looking, and they look fine, but I'm really looking at my photo, and it is one of the most disappointing photographs I've ever seen in my life. But I said I will show it, so I will show it. So I said what I will miss is Miss Cackle during assembly. Favourite school memory: on the Loire Valley when me and this girl tricked another girl into pumping an inhaler in her nose. That might sound like bullying, but this was my good friend, and it was all in good jest. But yeah, that was, it actually feels like it was actually eons ago, but to be honest, that was when year 7, so like 2009. So it was a long time ago, when all this stuff did take place. When I kind of flicked through briefly, like there's, anyway, I need to even tell the story about prom, to be honest. I feel like, okay, actually, let me tell the story about prom now, because I actually still have PTSD. So we had prom, like most people do. So our school, we would have like a year 11 prom and a year 13 prom. And then I remember our year 11 prom. First of all, those photos they're just not coming to the light. Like, I refuse. Unfortunately, the trauma associated with those photos is too high, it's too much, so I cannot show those photographs. However, we had like a prom king, prom queen type thing, and I got voted prom queen. And before you like clap or smile or cheer and think, oh my gosh, that means you're popular, no, it means people wanted to publicly embarrass me. So I'll explain what happened. I can only go from how I feel or how I felt in this situation, or when I was growing up in school. Like, didn't feel like I was seen to be feminine. I don't know if that also has dark skin connotations. I don't really know what it was, being both dark skin and tall, or maybe it had nothing to do with that. But I don't think it was, I wasn't the most girly girl, but I don't think it was inherently my personality. But anyway, they wanted to vote me as prom queen, and then this other guy that, you know, people used to find weird. I didn't find him weird. I just felt really bad for him, but I feel like, to be honest, I could have spoken up a lot more against like the way that he was being treated, and I do feel bad about that. But yeah, so some guy that they found weird, they thought it would be funny to like pair us together and make us prom queen and prom king, because you have to like slow dance with them. So yeah, they were really trying to embarrass me. I remember like begging people, being like, please don't do that, please don't do that, and people just like laughing and being like, oh no, it's just for fun, it's just fun. But as I will continue in another video, there was a lot of things that happened to me that didn't happen to my white friends when I was at school. So it's just very interesting. But anyway, so they tried to do that, but I think like the teachers kind of realized, because obviously they do know stuff to do with school dynamics, and then they switched the prom king to someone who I used to be friends with, and that was like fine and whatever. I still found it really embarrassing and awkward. I hated it. But it could have been worse. I remember like getting on stage and literally wanting to do like a Mean Girls moment and like just break my crown and like throw it. I think I actually did break my crown at some point, maybe year 11, maybe year 12 or something. Just because it just signified a lot of weird behavior and fakery, and I just didn't have any energy for it. So I definitely did break it up. I think I even threw it away as well at some point, because I was just like, you know what, like, I don't, not that I have horrible, not that all my memories of primary school, not that all my memories of secondary school are bad, but when I think about like all the fakery and how I was treated by certain people, I was like, I just don't want that to be a lasting memory, so I got rid of it. It was only like a plastic crown, it's really not that deep. So yeah, that is the story of what happened to me at prom. So moving on to talk about t-shirts. So I remember I got 2 t-shirts signed, not because of popularity. I would show you the t-shirts, but there were certain body parts that people used to think were funny to draw on other people. So therefore, because I don't want this video to get taken down or something like that, I'm not gonna show it. But to be honest, now it's even making it seem like it's nice. There's a lot of like love yous and miss yous and stuff like that. Someone called me scum. Okay, strange. Yeah, and like nice like things like good lucks. Is that the one I used to have a crush on? I think so. Oh, someone's saying they don't want to see my cleverness go. That boy used to actually be very, very good vibes. Just a lot of like nice comments, to be honest, which is shocking. A random picture of an elephant. Oh no, that's my homegirl, to be honest. That is my girl. Good luck, Dr. Sozzy. As in, oh, she said be happy. To be honest, leaving, I talked to some of my friends about like secondary school experiences sometimes, because I still have like about 5 to 10ish people that I actually communicate with, and they were just like, you have changed so much, like you just seem so much happier and like just really in your vibe. And it's true, because like that place was just literally so bad, and because I wasn't, well, I shouldn't say I wasn't, because I'm still not the best at it, at like expressing my feelings or if something bad's happening. So I just kind of was like, let me just get out of this prison. That was literally my mentality. I don't know why I stayed there for sixth form. That was madness. But I was just like, let me just get through. Even though people were treating me like horrifically, I just kind of had a coping mechanism of like ignoring it. And I think because like nothing was ever physical, I never really it's not that I didn't see it as bad, but I just kind of found it a lot easier to like suppress, to ignore, even though I knew people were doing up the craze. Like, yeah, just lots of good lucks on this one, to be honest. So, and people calling me a nerd, but like that was the lifestyle, baby. I was what I was. Oh yeah, my favorite, she was our chemistry teacher, and she was just literally the best vibes. Like, she always, yeah, she really looked out for me, to be honest. Like, she made me really have a deep love of chemistry, so I rate her for that. Maybe I would have quit if it wasn't for her, because A-levels was the devil. Mad. So if I feel like I should leave this for a different video, because I just came across the comments, but I'm gonna explain it. So like I said, most of the stuff was nice, but there were certain things that were interesting. So if I to be honest, like, you know what, I'm gonna save that, and we're gonna just make this into a different video. I'm gonna so in the next video that I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna really delve into the comments, the things that I had to deal with when I was at secondary school, and I guess I'll just talk about how I would deal with it if I had another opportunity, or if I was a teenager now, because I feel like things have changed so much. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, share it, that would be amazing, and check out the rest of my videos if you haven't seen them already. This is Natasha's Narrative. Thank you guys for watching again. See ya.